Jurassic Park Survival has finally released something brand new for this title, and it's a lot to gander at as well. Taking a look, this is a featurette for a video game. I don't think I've ever known something of the sort to happen. Usually featurettes happen for TV series or even movies, but never have I known it to happen for video games, so clearly this must suggest something that they are going really in depth with Jurassic Park Survival. Either way, we got brand new gameplay of this video game, and of course, as you know, we break down everything to do here with the Jurassic franchise on this channel on YouTube. So today, we're breaking down this featurette for Jurassic Park Survival and discussing 39 details that you may have missed throughout this featurette. So if you're excited, go ahead and leave a like on this video. Check out the other breakdown videos I've done on this channel as well, for stuff like Jurassic Park, Jurassic World Rebirth, and many more, even the other video game of Jurassic World Evolution 3. There's a lot happening for Jurassic this year, but leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new around here for your daily dose of Jurassic content. For now, let's get into breaking down the latest featurette for Jurassic Park Survival. This featurette opens up showcasing stuff that we've already seen before, but also a behind the scenes breakdown of the piecing together of the Jurassic Park Tyrannosaurus scene from the announcement trailer. The same information that we already know about this game gets relayed to us once again, such as survival taking place a day after the events of the first film, with Dr. Miyajoshi who is left behind at the park. Then we get a few new in-game shots revealing the Jurassic Park gates and the visitor center in great detail. Let me just remind you that this is a pre-alpha version of the game, and yet it already looks stunning. I can only imagine how great the rest of the game will look at launch. But then, during the interviews with the developers of the game, we hear them mention some interesting details, but on the coffee table right next to them, we can see a piece of amber with some books underneath. But they are just not any ordinary books. Take a look at what they're titled. They have the ultimate visual history guide of Jurassic Park, which proves that they're really putting in their research for this video game, which I really do appreciate and love. Maybe this video game might be canon after all. The next new in-game shots show some sunny sun rays sweeping through the interior of the visitor center that does indeed have some slight damage done to it that was left behind from the end of the first movie. We can see the visitor center in great detail, as well as some West Indian lilac on display. But what you might not have noticed in this very short scene is the massive dragonfly that's also in this shot as well. It may even be the Maganura from the novels of Jurassic Park, a prehistoric bug that was brought back to life. It's just a cool little detail to spot here, and it's quite nice because it's not just going to be dinosaurs, we're going to have some of our own species that we do recognise as well. Moving on, we get to see a board meeting between the staff members with a special looking board in the background. On this board, it depicts storyboards of the video game's narrative, and it shows us being able to get inside of a jeep and getting attacked by a dinosaur perhaps. At the top of the board it does say chase, jeep stuck, so I assume that this will be a crucial moment in the story after being chased by something. But continuing on, ironically, the project executive of Jurassic says that they're really looking deeply into the island and the dinosaurs with Amblin Entertainment and Universal Pictures. However, she says this as a group of Jurassic World variant Gallimimuses appear on screen, and not the Jurassic Park variants. This is something we spotted in the first trailer, and I really do hope that they change going forward. Not to break continuity, I just found this really ironic, funny, and perfectly timed. Getting a close-up shot of the storyboard from a little earlier, we can see we'll be involved with this sequence and the Gallimimus herd jumping onto our vehicle with a baby Gallimimus too. However, they make it clear that the baby drags behind, so perhaps it's implying early on that this same baby will probably be killed by something as a shock factor to the audience. Within the same storyboards, we also learn of a new character called Carl, who is also on this island. To the best of my memory, I don't recall anyone called Carl in the movie, even the background characters as well, so this must be someone that we meet early on. Either way, we grab his rifle, yes, rifle, not a non-lethal, something that will actually kill a dinosaur. Good job Universal for finally giving in and allowing the fans the opportunity to kill dinosaurs and not just tranquilize them. Venturing to the inside once more, we enter the exact same room that most of the cast were in during the original movie. This is kind of where the downfall of Jurassic Park begun with Dennis Nedry's sabotage. Once again, they then go on about making sure that every prop is in the same place, and they actually did a relatively good job here. You can see Dennis Nedry's squeezy toy, the soda cans, even the electrical grid is correct on the computer screen. The only thing I noticed was missing is J. Robert Oppenheimer's photograph on the monitor. It's nowhere to be seen, and honestly, that might be one of the biggest Easter eggs of that movie. Interestingly, the next shot reveals the skeletons intact comfortably in the visitor center. Now, if this game was set after the events of Jurassic Park, they should actually be destroyed. But what this tells me is that we're actually probably going to be getting some kind of opening prologue to this story that takes place during the movie and before the events of the end of the movie. Now, honestly speaking, that would actually be really cool to witness. A very quick snippet of first-person gameplay here. Can't really make out too much, but it is at least something new. We hear that they created these models from scratch, so these dinosaurs aren't going to be taken directly from ILM, unfortunately. So hopefully they did do a good enough job. We can see the Tyrannosaurus as one of them, and for the most part, it does look somewhat similar. We can also see a really cool wide shot of the Dilophosaurus interaction with Maya Joshi, but unfortunately it is pre-rendered footage and not pre-alpha, meaning that this isn't in-game and was only made for the animation of the trailer, which is a great shame, to be honest. Coming face to face with the Dilophosaurus with that great detail? Fantastic. Dynamic textures are confirmed as we see the Tyrannosaurus make heavy steps into the ground. This feature is actually so cool, because imagine this, you're just aimlessly walking around and then suddenly you see a giant footprint in front of you. You know it wasn't just made for the sake of the game by the developers. You know that a Tyrannosaurus has passed by in this area recently, which honestly makes me feel a little bit more scared when playing. The next shot features the Dilophosaurus running animation for the very first time, which is pretty cool in itself. I don't think there's too much that you can do, but it does look quite similar to Jurassic World Evolution's running animation for the Dilophosaurus. But in the background of this scene, we can see that this is actually a side-on shot of the visitor center being built. This place, my friends, is exactly the same place that Rexy silently entered just before chomping down on a Velociraptor during the end battle of the movie. We'll come face to face with the Tyrannosaurus as it tries to chomp on us and eat us, which is such a cool animation. It's one thing seeing it in action on the big screen, but to see it from a first-person perspective is another. It's great. Also, in the background, you can see that there's some kind of new building there with some new building materials as well, so we'll actually have to wait out to find out exactly what this is. Perhaps it's one of the worker huts from the novels or another building that we'll see later in the video. But hey, if that wasn't enough, here is the very first death animation we have from the game, being eaten alive by the Tyrannosaurus. You can actually see the tooth of the animal go through into the leg of Maya as well. The next shot again shows us more of a grounded level to this map, and it just looks so good. I cannot wait to picture myself in the movie. But this concept art now shows us more of what to expect from the game. We can see the Jurassic World Gallimimus, a new Parasaur variant, but let's be honest, we didn't really get to see the Parasaurs too greatly in Jurassic Park. The Brachiosaurus is confirmed and at least 3 Velociraptors, as well as new buildings in the background, probably a worker village of some sorts. The executive does actually confirm that there are hotels under construction on the island too, and that we'll actually get to see new landmarks that we wished we saw in the movie, so perhaps what we see here is something that we hope to have seen in the movie. And in the bottom left corner, we can see that it's not just Maya Joshi, but someone else as well, so we're certainly not alone on this island. Next up, we get this freaking awesome shot of the Velociraptor in game. This creature, paired with this specific lighting, looks impeccable. I actually feel scared thinking about putting myself in this very situation. But after this, we get another in-game shot of a tossed over log across a canyon. No doubt that we have to traverse over it and probably die by falling to our deaths. But then we get to see that there's a walkie-talkie being used, with audio lines proving that someone is actually talking on the other side. Or maybe this is a decibel detector monitoring your sound output to stay away from the dinosaurs? I know another game made by Saber, called A Quiet Place Road Ahead, has a very similar feature, because of course the monsters in that video game have very good hearing. But this device also seems to have a range calculator on it as well, so who really knows? The bunker from the first film will obviously be returning by the looks of it. Maybe we'll finally get to see Ray Arnold's lifeless body after all. A GPS locator and a compass is being used at the same time. The GPS device looks very high-end and in detail, which is pretty cool. And honestly, as cool as these two devices actually are, I'm more in love with the jungle. I just love how dense and vast the jungle of Nublar is looking in this shot. It's not so dense to the point where you can't walk through it, but dense enough to make you feel like anything can pop out at the same time. Wow, great job. And then we get our very first look at the Brachiosauruses in-game. Of course, we know that it was going to happen, but it's nice to finally see it officially confirmed in-game. Now, here's the thing however, it's cool seeing Dilophosaurus, Velociraptor, Rexy, Galli, Para and Brachy, but I want to see something new. We know that these weren't the only dinosaurs on the island. Other dinosaurs such as Metriacanthosaurus, the original Baryonyxes, Herrerasaurus, the Proceratosaurus were all residing on Isla Nublar during the first movie. So I really hope we get a look at some of these species in the game, and not just the regular ones from the movie. This is a great opportunity to do exactly that. Realizing that not just the raptors, but Herrerasaurus and Proceratosaurus could also stalk you in small grass would be great. Not just the Tyrannosaurus, but medium-sized carnivores like Baryonyx and Metriacanthosaurus as well. It will just add so much more fear and sense of danger to this video game. Sure, we have Dilophosaurus as an alternative to Velociraptor, but to see Proceratosaurus pop up out of nowhere would be so cool. My biggest issue would be not seeing another large carnivore. Tyrannosaurus is great, don't get me wrong. I know some people who love the Tyrannosaurus might hate what I'm about to say, but it's boring. You see it time after time after time. It would be nice to maybe run away from the Tyrannosaurus 3 to 4 times, but then come face to face with a Metriacanthosaurus after thinking we were clear with the Tyrannosaurus. That would be so cool. Anyways, this shot shows just how close the kitchen was to the dining area in the visitor center. I know that's pretty much a given, judging by what we saw in the movie, but we don't actually get to see that in the movie directly, so this gives us the best insight so far. We can finally put a face to the name with the actress of Maya Joshi called Payal Mistry, and she gives us information that Maya Joshi is actually hired by Dr. Wu personally. So there's definitely some kind of connection here with Dr. Wu and Maya Joshi if he was to go out and do that directly himself. And I'm really interested to learn more about that story specifically as well. It's also confirmed that the start of Maya's journey begins with the fact that she was unable to escape Nublar, which, to me, confirms that we will see her attempt to escape, but something goes wrong and stops her from doing so. Now, to finalize here, unfortunately no release date has been confirmed so far, but they do say that's why we're taking our time with it. So, I suspect that it will probably be late 2026 of a release. This game has been in development since 2021 based off what I know, as the first leaks about an Alien Isolation style Jurassic Park game came out in around December of 2021. So we're aware that it has been in development, some kind of development, for a long time now, but we still have more time to wait. Still, it's lovely for them to keep us updated with more via featurettes, something we don't really see from video games these days. But other than that, those were 39 Easter eggs and details that I spotted in the featurette for Jurassic Park Survival. This game needs to hurry up, I'm too excited for it now, so if you're excited, leave a like on the video as well. If you're excited for Jurassic Park Survival, you know for a fact that we'll be posting content about it as soon as we get more information. Now this is just one featurette, so I don't want to say that next week we'll get another one, next month we'll get another one. Maybe in 6 months time, towards the end of the year, we may get another one, but hopefully these become more of a regular occurrence for this video game. I'm excited to see where the pre-launch of this game goes. Hopefully we'll get some more trailers, some in-game trailers, in-game photos, much more stuff to come, so fingers crossed for that, and subscribe for that as well. Be sure to turn on the bell notification so you don't miss an upload. We cover all things to do major here with the Jurassic franchise, and with titles such as Jurassic Park Survival, Jurassic World Rebirth, Chaos Theory Season 4, Jurassic World Evolution 3, and of course an untitled video game for 2027, there is a lot to cover, so stick around for a while. Be sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed and comment your thoughts down below. If you've got nothing to say, comment the dinosaur emoji for the sake of engagement. But most importantly, make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hey, did you enjoy the video? Well, why not leave a like and subscribe for more Jurassic content? I appreciate every single one of you for reaching this point into the video and supporting me this far. If you wish to support me even further, then feel free to head on down to the description where you can find links to donate, my Patreon, and you can also press that join button to become a member here on YouTube and gain access to some awesome emojis. A massive thank you to all of the YouTube members for this month, as well as the amazing fans over on Patreon too. Your extra bit of support really goes a long way. But for now, I wish you a great rest of your day.